Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ashley here with Ashley Tolden Art. Today we've got a really cool video. If you guys follow me on social media, you saw that I did Inktober and we're finally done. So you know what that means? Sketchbook tour! And I'm so excited. This is my first ever sketchbook tour because I have never actually put effort into a sketchbook. So thanks for stopping in. I'm so glad you guys are here. Already, I'm curious which one is your favorite. So if you make it through the video, let me know below which one is your favorite. And I'm curious if you picked up on the theme that I gave myself. I'm sure most of you are aware of what Inktober is. It's ink drawings, one a day, every day for the month of October. I cheated. I'm not gonna lie. I'm terrible with pen. I could have done like pencil and then pen, but I did that previous years and I just never made it through Inktober. And this year I really just wanted to, I wanted to put out good art that I felt good about. It was so cool to be given a prompt and be encouraged to just interpret it as creatively as possible. So it was a really cool month. I had so much fun with it. It's one of my favorite themes too, as you'll see. Let's flip through my sketchbook and we'll see what went on through the month of October. Hey guys, okay, quick disclaimer. As far as Inktober goes, some of the artwork I was looking at other people's art to do, so don't come at me. I know that some of it's other people's artwork. I'm not trying to make money off of it. I'm not trying to claim it as my own. This was purely just for fun, for practice. Obviously I'm making a YouTube video about it, but I did draw all of them, but some of them I was looking at other people's artwork, so don't come at me. I know, and I appreciate and applaud all the other artists that created the original works. Thank you. Again, I'm not trying to steal. I'm not trying to claim it as my own or make money off of it or anything like that. None of these are for sale. It's just for fun. And it was just for my own practice. So, yeah, before anyone calls me out, I told you so. I told you here that I'm aware of that, and it's just for fun. Again, just for fun. No money's being made. So, thank you to all the other artists. And yeah, we'll get back into the video. Okay, so for starters, I started the sketchbook before Inktober, so we're just gonna skip straight to the Inktober portions of it. So day 1, the word was gargoyle, and I did this really cool scene of a dark and dreary kind of medieval French place with a dragon gargoyle. Number 2 was scurry. I thought this one was kind of cute. It was pretty fun too. As you can see, little mouse, and he's scurrying away from a dragon that's sneaking up on him in the forest. For the word bat, day 3, I could not help but go with Toothless. If you guys have seen How to Train Your Dragon, he's one of the cutest animated characters, and so I also drew a little bat companion for him right next to him, but he's just being a pure goofball over there. Okay, so then day 4, the word was scallop, and obviously I thought of underwater. Scallop can be a pattern or an organism, and so to be true to the word, I ended up putting a scallop in there, like the dragon's coming out of the scallop, but at the same time I also gave him scalloped scales. And this was actually the start of, like, I feel like I really was getting a hold of the white on this paper, which was pretty cool. Then day 5 was Flame. That was my first attempt and I was not proud of it. I didn't like it, so I made myself do it again, and I was much happier with this one. It still wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. The colored pencil on this ended up not really showing up how I wanted it to, but I think this one was way better. And I kind of wanted to do something other than just like a pure flame. I wanted it to be a little more subtle interpretation of the word. So that's how we ended up. It's like his mouth is like filled with a ball of fire. Okay, moving on to day 6. The word was bouquet, and I couldn't help but throw in an awesome ode to House of the Dragon, which had just come out. So there we have one of the dragon skulls in the crypts, and there's Aemon holding a bouquet, which they didn't do. They had candles, so I added the bouquet in to make it fit for the word. But again, it was kind of like a loose interpretation. Obviously the word is bouquet. There is a bouquet, but it was more of like, I made it reach a little bit further than just the basic meaning of the word. And it was supposed to be like things that bouquets are used for. And so that's our word for bouquet. And then the word trip. This one was really cute and really fun. It's an interpretation of Rapunzel, the fairy tale. And so there's like Rapunzel with the, a rope to climb down. It's supposed to be her hair, but this time I made it a rope. And the dragon is having a nice little trip over his jump rope. The next word was match. And so for that one, I had a vision of a very ornery dragon just doing ornery dragon things. And so there's a sign that says keep off the grass. He's holding a match, which obviously he doesn't need because he's a dragon, but everything's ablaze behind him and he just like looks as proud as could be. So then we move on to day 9, which was nest. And for this one, I decided to have the dragon in kind of like a hoarding state. So you can see there's like there's treasure chests, and then the one solo dragon egg. So it's supposed to be this dragon who's living in this like dungeon of hoards, and it's protecting its next dragon spawn. Okay, then number 10 was Krabby, and I don't really know how I came up with this, except for I just thought it was really funny that if there was an aggressive little crab that was scaring a dragon, and maybe this comes from the fact that I train horses too, and sometimes like the biggest horses are afraid of the smallest ponies. And it's incredibly comical, so I kind of was going off of that a little bit of like how funny would it be if there was this dragon who was hiding from a crabby crab. Okay, this page is busy, so bear with me. Number 11 was Eagle. And for that one, I had a lot of fun. I had this vision of a dragon flying through the clouds with an eagle, and it felt majestic, and I love this drawing. I think it turned out so cool. Again, the understanding of white with the shadows, it felt really good. And then we move on to number 12, which was Forget. This one still cracks me up. So I'm a big fan of Harry Potter. As you can tell, I kind of love fantasy themes in general. But I was like, how funny would it be if there's a dragon that got a hold of a Remembrall? So in order to kind of show that, since I didn't want to put red down again from the last dragon that I learned from, so I was like, okay, I'll just make it white. But so the Remembrall's right there. I said, welcome to Hogwarts. Only problem is I can't remember what I've forgotten, which is the whole line with the Remembrall. So then we move on to number 13, which was kind. And here we have a baker giving a young little dragon a little batch of buns that they made. I don't know. Some of these I was looking at other artists' work for inspiration, and so I'm not claiming that all of these are original ideas. This was solely just for fun and for practice and just for the art of sketching, not to make money, not to do anything like that. And it just felt really cute, and it felt like a really kind gesture to an animal that is more often than not portrayed as very violent. So it just felt like a kind gesture for someone to offer up a dragon some buns. And then number 14, the word was empty. And so for this one, I had a dragon who's in the rain. He's like sick, it's cold. And he has a a cup of tea that is now empty. And I feel bad for him. He looks like he could use some hot water really badly. Oh, while I have your attention, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you. If you wouldn't mind, just leave a comment. What's been your favorite part so far? Is there anything that you'd like to see in a future video? Do you want me to talk more? Do you want me to talk less? It's all acceptable. So leave me a comment, smash that like button if there's anything that you've gained or enjoyed in this video. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, yeah, then you get notified every time I post a new video, and we've got a lot of really cool commissions coming up. Any interactions help. I love interacting with you guys. Thank you for stopping by. So number 15, we had Armadillo. This one was kind of fun. I had never done a shadow like this before, so it was a good little challenge. So I have the armadillo wrapped up. Obviously, there's a threat, just like they would if there was a bird of prey above them, but instead, it's our lovely dragon flying over. And then number 17, the word was salty. This one was kind of funny. So it's a hungry dragon, and there's like you can see there's a bunch of little soldiers that make up his sandwich. And I just thought it was kind of a comical twist on something salty, because it's just like a delicious burger, but dragon style. Number 16, I love this one. This one was really cool. And the word was fowl. So my thought for this was like, okay, with the theme of dragon, how do I incorporate dragon and fowl? And you know, I was thinking of things like, is he gonna play a game like foul play or anything like that, which is spelled differently. But I was like, okay, foul bird is the first thing that came to mind, and so I just decided to take a more hippogriff kind of approach and make him have bird wings. Okay, number 18, the word was scrape, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this one at all. I'm like almost hesitant to show it to you, but they're not all gonna be perfect. That's kind of the fun of this challenge. So the word behind scrape, he has a scar on his face, and that's where I got the word scrape. I remember this day I didn't really have much time, so I really had to kind of rush through it. And so given the time frame, it's not bad, but it's far from my favorite one that I've done so far. Number 19 was this one. The word was ponytail. This one was really fun to draw too, just because it is ultimate girl power. So there's our main main warrior chick with a ponytail, and she's sending her dragon to do what dragons do best, and that's reap destruction on everything in its path. Very Daenerys of her. Number 20, the word was bluff. And so for this one, I thought it would be cool to do like a dragon built into a rock bluff. And I really like that drawing. I think it turned out really well. Number 21, we have Bad Dog, which again is another one of my favorites. The cartoon ones ended up being really cute. But we have a naughty little dragon who has pulled up a mailbox. Just a mailbox from the ground, and he is trotting off with it, absolutely loving life and being naughty. So then 22, the word was heist, which is perfect for greedy little dragons that love gold and shiny things. And so you can see we have a group of dragons hanging out on a city street, and they are staring into like a gold rush kind of coin shop. Number 23, we have Booger, which self-explanatory. Poor guy is sick, and I'm sure has many a booger in his nose. And he has his little blanket and a stuffed animal. But that's the downfall of being a sick dragon, is you have, instead of snot rockets, you have snot fire. Number 24, you guys actually really liked this one on Instagram, and I love the idea behind this drawing, but I don't like the execution of it. I again didn't have much time this day when I did it, and so I did the best I could. I think I could have lightened some of that up, given him a little bit more, just made it a little bit more dynamic, but I think the idea is really cool. I still really like that. Number 25, we have Tempting, so another bakery dragon who would not be tempted by a case full of delicious pastries and buns and bread? So this poor little guy is sitting in the rain just dreaming of freshly baked sourdough. Number 26, we have Ego. Immediately, I knew that I wanted to do this drawing for Ego because, so this is Mushu from Mulan, and that was one of my favorite scenes in the movie. And I just thought that was a perfect representation of what Ego can sometimes feel like, where, you know, you're actually this little dragon, but the flame says otherwise, your shadow. So that one was also just a joy to draw and kind of goofy. And then number 27, we have Snack. And so you can see we've got a mini dragon. It's I've drawn it close up, but he's supposed to be just like a tiny little garden dragon that's snacking on some berries. Number 28, we have the word camping. This one was actually really cool. And I'm really happy with it, how it turned out, especially because I didn't give it that much time. But like their shadows, and then the whole idea is that the campfire, the flames are turning into a dragon based off of whatever magic that guy's wielding. But I think it turned out really cool. I'm really happy with this drawing. And then we have which this one's very self-explanatory. We've got maybe slightly oblivious little sheep with a wolf that's in sheep's clothes, and if you can catch it right behind him, we've got a sneaky little dragon with a wolf coat on, which is for everyone involved except for maybe the dragon. Number 30, we have the word gear, and For this one, I just drew a very mechanical dragon, which was kind of unique. This was a unique drawing in the sense where you can kind of play with anatomy and then just put little rivets and gears and just fun little gadgets wherever there's movement in the animal. So that one actually turned out pretty cool. I like that. And then last but not least, we have farm. And I'm sorry that I ended this on such a dark note, but I mean, come on, that contrast is so cool. This one was a blast to draw. And I can't believe it's the last one, but we have a farm that's burning for very obvious reasons. And with that, we're all done. Okay guys, that's a wrap for Inktober. I can't believe it's over with. I'm not gonna lie, at the start of this whole process, it was really hard for me to sit down and make time to sketch. But it was really cool because as the weeks progressed, I started to look forward to the next drawing. And it was a really cool challenge on just creativity, a big improvement in my sketching, especially in the speed. Every day I felt like I was getting faster and faster and more precise and more creative, and I really looked forward to every drawing. This is the first Inktober that I've actually done the whole thing, which is really cool. So if there's anything to gain from this video or a challenge like this, it's the power of daily practice. No matter what it is that you're trying to tackle, your job, a new hobby, a skill set, anything, and it's so cool to watch it kind of become a habit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really gonna miss sketching every day. I'm tempted to keep doing it, but I do know that I also have work that I do have to jump back into. But yeah, don't underestimate the power of daily habit. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know below which one was your favorite. I'm so curious which one you guys like the most. So with that, thanks for coming by. And I hope to see you in the next video.